If you're a fan of Mr. Beast, you might want to sit down for this one. Today, we're going to explore the dark side of Mr. Beast's success and the surprising truth behind his rise to fame. You may have seen him giving away thousands of dollars to strangers on the street or breaking world records, but there's more to Mr. Beast than meets the eye. In fact, there's a whole other side to his success that many people aren't aware of. We'll take a closer look at some of the controversies surrounding Mr. Beast, including his past mistakes, questionable business practices, and more. It's not all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to his career, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you might not know about. But before we dive into the darker side of Mr. Beast, let's take a moment to appreciate his success. With over 120 million subscribers on YouTube, he's one of the biggest stars on the platform. His content has inspired millions of people around the world, and his philanthropic efforts have helped countless others. So what's the story behind Mr. Beast's success? How did he go from a small-time YouTuber to one of the biggest names on the platform? And what are some of the controversies that have surrounded his rise to fame? In the next few minutes, we'll answer all of these questions and more. So buckle up and get ready to explore the dark side of Mr. Beast's success. Let's start with Mr. Beast's past mistakes. Early on in his career, he used racial slurs and insensitive jokes in his videos.
Chris, I was thinking about robbing a store.
You can't do that. You'll get shot, Jimmy.
I'm white.
Oh, yeah.
This behavior rightfully drew criticism from many people in the YouTube community. To his credit, Mr. Beast has since apologized for his past mistakes and has worked to make amends. In a video from 2019, he addressed his use of racial slurs, saying that it was the stupidest thing he's ever done. Despite his apologies, some people continue to hold his past mistakes against him. However, it's important to remember that Mr. Beast was young and inexperienced when he made those mistakes, and he has since grown and matured as a content creator. At the same time, Mr. Beast's past mistakes are part of a larger conversation about accountability and growth on YouTube. It's important for creators to take responsibility for their actions and strive to be better, both for themselves and for their audiences. In the end, it's up to each viewer to decide whether they believe Mr. Beast has truly learned from his mistakes and grown as a creator. But it's clear that he is committed to being a positive force in the YouTube community and making a difference in people's lives through his philanthropic efforts. If you thought that Mr. Beast's past mistakes were the only controversy he's been embroiled in, think again. Over the years, the popular YouTuber has faced criticism for his questionable business practices, leaving many wondering if his success has come at the expense of his fans. One of the main criticisms leveled against Mr. Beast is that he exploits his fans for personal gain. Some have accused him of using their personal information for marketing purposes, while others have pointed out that he often encourages his fans to participate in dangerous stunts or challenges in order to gain views and likes. These practices have understandably caused concern among some of Mr. Beast's fans, who worry that they may be putting themselves at risk for the sake of entertainment. And while Mr. Beast has addressed these concerns in the past, some critics argue that he hasn't done enough to truly protect his fans. But it's not just Mr. Beast's fans who have been impacted by his business practices. Some have also accused him of exploiting other YouTubers for personal gain, using their content without proper credit or compensation. These controversies have led many to question the ethics and transparency of the influencer industry as a whole. As more and more creators gain massive followings and lucrative brand deals, it's becoming increasingly important to hold them accountable for their actions and ensure that they're using their platforms responsibly. So while Mr. Beast's business practices may be questionable, they also provide an opportunity to have a larger conversation about ethics and accountability in the influencer industry. As fans and creators alike, it's up to us to demand better and ensure that everyone is playing by the same rules. If you've been watching this video, you might be thinking that we're painting a pretty negative picture of Mr. Beast. But don't worry, there's another side to the story. First and foremost, Mr. Beast is known for his philanthropy. He's donated millions of dollars to charity and has given away countless prizes and gifts to his fans. He's also used his platform to raise awareness about important issues, such as climate change and mental health. But Mr. Beast's positive impact goes beyond just his charitable efforts. He's also been a strong supporter of small creators on YouTube, often featuring them in his videos and helping them gain exposure. This has been a game changer for many creators who might not have otherwise had the opportunity to grow their channels. It's important to acknowledge that Mr. Beast's positive impact doesn't cancel out his past mistakes or questionable business practices. However, it's important to recognize that people are complex and can do both good and bad things. It's possible to learn from someone's successes and failures and appreciate the positive impact they've had. Ultimately, Ultimately, MrBeast's success serves as a reminder that there are many different ways to use your platform on YouTube. Whether it's through philanthropy, supporting small creators, or simply creating entertaining content, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to success on the platform. As a community, we can learn from MrBeast's successes and failures and work towards creating a more positive and impactful space on YouTube. If you've made it this far, then you've learned a lot about MrBeast's dark side and the surprising truth behind his rise to fame. While there's no denying that he's made some mistakes along the way, it's important to recognize the positive impact that he's had on the YouTube community as well. As we've seen, MrBeast's story is a reminder of the complexities and challenges of being an influencer in today's world. It's up to all of us to hold ourselves and others accountable for our actions, while also striving to make a positive impact on the world around us. So what do you think about MrBeast's dark side? Do you think he's done enough to address his past mistakes and questionable business practices? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for more content like this. In our next video, we'll be taking a closer look at another popular YouTuber and the surprising truth behind their success. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.